This is the first look of Galaxy Note 8. If you expected a big shift in the strategy this year, you won't find it on Note 8. It is slightly bigger than its sibling Galaxy S8 Plus. The main difference is that it is more squarish with corners that are less rounded than on S8 or S8 Plus. Shaving off some width gives the phone an unconventional aspect ratio of 18.5 by 9 instead of 16 by 9. The only place where Samsung has skipped is with its 3300 mAh battery, which is not only smaller than its previous generation Galaxy Note 7 but also lower than the competition. To be on a safer side, this time Samsung has went under too many safety checks for their batteries, which they call it as 8-point safety check. So the display hardware is very likely the best Samsung has ever put on the phone. A Quad HD Plus, Super AMOLED, Infinity Edges all account for. There is a dedicated button for the Bixby on the left, which is Samsung's personal digital assistant, which is still non-configurable unfortunately. Above that, a volume button, on the right alone a power button, on the top of the phone a hybrid SIM card slot, a provision for microSD card. Headphone jack, USB port C, the speaker grills and the S Pen slot. Even if there is a cavity for S Pen, Samsung guarantees that Note 8 is water and dust resistant. Nothing new here, but we had to give it a try as always. The screen works while still wet with the S Pen, and if your ports are exposed for too long, then you'll get this warning message not to charge your phone until it is dried. Special feature of Note series is the S Pen, which now gives you a new feature, live messaging, almost like handwriting feature on iMessage, except that it works on WhatsApp, Messenger, Viber, Telegram and other chat apps. Using the S Pen, you can scribble the handwritten notes and send them as GIFs. Note-taking functionality while the screen is turned off is also expanded. Just tap on the screen, scribble your notes up to 100 pages if you need to, and when you are done, pin it to your always on display. You can also use the S Pen to translate sentences just by highlighting them. You can also use it as a mouse for tapping tiny targets. And also there is nothing to worry about as the pen and the phone are IP68 dust and water resistant. The other two reasons why Note 8 stands out from S8 Plus are located side by side on the back plate. This is the first Samsung phone to ship with dual primary cameras, and it is the first phone anywhere which has dual optical image stabilization. This is useful when you are shooting close-ups using the phone's 2x optical zoom lens. This is what the Note 8's dual camera setup looks like on paper. This is the standard lens and this is the zoom lens. Both are 12 megapixels that differ only in amount of the light each one of them lets in. f1.7 on the main shooter and f2.4 on the telephoto lens. When you start up the camera, you get an option to choose either the Bixby Vision, Live Focus or stickers. A difference between the iPhone 7 Plus and Note 8 camera is the low light images. As it is obvious here, these photos were taken under the table with hardly any lights, still it came out pretty good. Samsung is also introducing a new feature as Dual Shot, which takes a photo using both the cameras. So if you want a normal photo instead of portrait, you can do so. These are few sample pics taken by Note 8. The Samsung experience is clean and snappy. The notification bar looks like this, app drawer looks like this, setting menu looks like this, and Google Assistant is on long press on the screen of the home button. The Edge screen gets some new functionality via the dual app launcher on App Edge. Now you can launch two apps on the split screen mode on the same time. For example, if you wanted to launch YouTube and Messenger, just tap on the shortcut. The spec sheet on Note 8 is as follows. It will have a Snapdragon 835 processor in the States. Speaking of that fingerprint sensor, it is still terribly placed at the back. If you don't want to keep smudging your camera by accident, you'll want to stick to retina scanning. Note 8 is available on pre-order from August 24 with shipments beginning from September 15, and the pricing is not available yet. So if you like the video, do hit the like button and subscribe for more such videos.